Hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal. And you know, a famous person once said, "My insecurities could eat me alive." Want to know who that was? I'll tell you in just a moment. Hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal again, helping you cope with love, life and other problems with a little bit of wit and wisdom along the way. If you like that sort of thing, if you like to continue to grow, if you like to continue to learn things about your life and how to cope with it better, consider subscribing. And by the way, if you know anybody that could do with some help along that line, think about sharing. The person who said my insecurities could eat me alive was the rapper Eminem. And when you think about the fact that his current worth today in 2017, I believe is somewhere in the region of 225 million. And yet he can still say that his insecurities could eat him alive if he allowed them to. So what is insecurity? And by the way, do you have any? If you do, you're quite normal. Insecurity is just really an uncertainty or an anxiety about yourself. Quite honestly, it's a lack of confidence. And we all, in my view, struggle with it. So let's look at some of the facts, shall we? As I said, almost everybody suffers from it, some more than others. The more you listen to your insecurities, the worse they will get. Some of you know that one, big time. If you don't talk back to your insecurities, they can lead you down a hole that some of you have been in, and most of you will never want to go back to. Most of us actually take control of our insecurities on a daily, hourly, minute by minute, or even second by second basis. And it is my belief that success is really just a case of being able to overcome your insecurities and get on with things. I thought I'd tell you a little story. I've been struggling with some insecurities over the last couple of months. Strange, right? Considering what I do, but that's my truth. And as you all know, the whole reason I started DearMamaSal was to be able to share those sort of things with you. You know, am I getting too old for this? Should I not worry about doing it? I wonder if anybody will ever watch me anymore. You know, whatever. You know, I could give you a litany of reasons. But the funny thing is that I got a bit tired of it. Because I do know that I can sit there and carry on with that story and it's not going to get me anywhere. Or I can get myself back on track. So I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about what I've been doing recently. One of the things I've noticed was that my whole sleep pattern was totally out of skew. I was going to sleep about 3 o'clock in the morning and then not really waking up until about 10, which really meant that I was losing half everybody else's day. Now I know that's okay, I'm retired, I can live by my own timetable, but it was beginning to frustrate me. I was beginning to feel very lazy, or even though I wasn't necessarily. So I decided the only way to change that feeling was to do something about it. In the last week, I have been making sure that I get at least 8 hours sleep, which for me is unheard of. I don't think I've had a regular 8 hours sleep for so many years, it's not even funny. And it actually feels quite decadent, if you know what I mean. I sort of go, wow, I had 8 hours sleep. But it's definitely beginning to make me feel a lot better. The other thing I've started to do is I've started to schedule my hours. In other words, I get up in the morning and now I've got 1 hour to get up and get dressed. I've got an hour to tidy up the house, whatever the tidy up area of the day is. And that's what I'm trying to do. By the way, that hour is about stuff that, not that I do naturally, it's stuff that needs doing and I've been procrastinating about. Don't know if any of you relate to that. But I've always said that you can tell my mental state by the state of my house. I wonder if any of you know what I mean. So between getting 8 hours sleep and literally checking in every hour as to what I'm doing. So, you know, I get up for this hour, I tidy up for this hour, I go and do this for another hour. I do the vlog. I do the research for the vlog for another hour or a future vlog. I then record the vlog. I then edit the vlog. I then produce the vlog. That's about 4 hours of work on the vlog every day. But it's only 4 hours, and it's what I've been doing with the other 4 that's really been confusing me and messing with my brain. Well, after just a couple of days of doing that, I actually found myself this morning ahead of my schedule. And the next thing that I had on my list was go for a walk. Well, as some of you know, that is not my favorite thing to do. But it wasn't raining and it wasn't snowing, and I've been inside for far too long with the snow. And I did it. Well, hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and I thought I would just show you that I am actually out and about and walking today. Long time overdue. Yay! I felt so good about that. So here is my question of the day. Think about it. You don't have to tell me, but if you choose to, make sure you leave a comment below if you want to. But what do you find yourself feeling insecure about? And then, one thing can you do to help yourself get back on track? You know, do you need more sleep? Do you need to start tracking what you're doing in a day? Do you need to start getting outside the door and getting some exercise and some fresh air so your brain has a chance of functioning? And then for the rest of you, you know, what are you doing to keep on track? I normally don't think too much about this because I'm rolling along and not feeling insecure, but boy, I knew I had to do something. Otherwise, I was going to really, spend too much of my life feeling not good about myself. And I have every reason to feel very good about myself. So give me some feedback. And by the way, if there are any areas of this that you're struggling with, let me know. Again, in the comments below, because then I will start scheduling some of them as future vlogs and tell you my stories about those things. So, as usual, I would ask you please look after one another. For those of you who don't know, we do 3 broadcasts a week, 2 on Friday and 1 on Sunday. And if you check the notes below, it will also tell you where they are and when. And you're more than welcome to join us. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, honestly. And I would ask you, whenever you can, share the video with somebody you think might appreciate it, or just to your group of friends. You never know who's in need of it today. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. But most of all, look after yourself. And if you're feeling insecure, think about it. Are you going to keep doing that, or are you going to do something about that? Unfortunately, that is your choice. This is DearMamaSal saying bye-bye for now.